Train is coming all around the world, talking about freedom. Yeah, bring it on. Drop what you're doing, climb on board.
Okay, we're back with the fourth segment of the Harry Thomas Show Week in Review. Today is Saturday, February 16th, 2008. The website is harrythomas.info. I'm your host, Harry Thomas. Out of Reuters on February 14th, 2008, a student shot at university as a landmark as a Second Amendment case unfolds. Now, this shooter at Northern Illinois University wounded at least 17 people before killing himself. Now, this comes just as the SAF files amicus brief in D.C. gun ban case before the Supreme Court. And this is an appeal of a landmark case that overturned the district's handgun ban on the grounds that it unconstitutionally violates the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. And this latest shooting is just going to unleash the fury of the gun control movement. And the reason why that they push so hard for these gun control measures is that's the only way that they're going to absolutely, positively guarantee control of the American people. Now, as it happens in most of these shootings, and this come out of Truth News, university police say the Illinois campus shooter was on medication. Now, most of the time, these medication, even though ABC News is reporting that they don't know what kind it is, it's these antidepressants. Case after case after case, these shooters are on some kind of psychotropic drugs. The Virginia Tech shooting, he was on an antidepressant. He was on stuff like Prozac, Paxil, and Zoloft. And now they're passing laws to ban ex-military and stuff from having guns, or anyone who's had post-traumatic stress disorder, or anyone who's been on these kind of drugs and stuff. So this is how it comes in, where they're using these events for gun control. And it's time now to make sure that you got a plan to keep your rights and your gun control rights, and get involved with some other people who are trying to protect their rights. Now, them tortured Patsies are going to take the fall for 9/11. The Pentagon hopes that the executed scapegoats will make questions disappear. After about a half a dozen years of waterboarding, genital zapping, sleep deprivation, and brainwashing, they're finally going to try to put these guys to death. They say that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is the suspected mastermind who, after torturing him, he said that he confessed to 9/11 A to Z. And I did a special report about that. I encourage you to go check that out if you haven't seen that yet. That came out right the day that the story broke. September 11th families are worried that the Gitmo trials will be tainted. This come out of the Raw story for Wednesday, February 13th, 2008. The families of victims of the 9/11 terrorist attacks want justice for the killers of their loved ones, but according to a report broadcast Tuesday on CNN, they want that justice to come at the end of a fair trial, and they worry that the detainees in Guantanamo Bay will not get one. A widow said, "You put people to the death based on tainted evidence because of the torture?" And another father-in-law of a victim, 9/11 victim, says he also wants the trials of the detainees to be fair. You know, it's been 6.5 years. I think that these families deserve real answers. You know what I mean? And they're not getting them. They just keep getting stonewalled and whitewashed. And I feel bad. I really do feel bad for them. And we need to get information out to people and let people know what kind of frauds are being perpetrated on us, you know? And here comes some more rhetoric here. They're gonna really coming after the guns now. There's a full attack. It says here that they will kill Obama if he becomes the U.S. president. It's come out of the Daily Mail. British Nobel Prize winner caused an uproar last night by predicting the assassination of Barack Obama if he becomes the first black president. Last month, TV host Harry Smith called an outcry asking Teddy Kennedy if sometimes agents of change end up being targets. Does that make you at all fearful? And Ted Kennedy is backing presidential candidate Barack Obama on his bid. And this is just more of this fear-mongering. Doesn't that make you fearful? You know? Doesn't it make you afraid? So now when you go to an event or something, you have to be practically strip searched in order to be allowed to get in there. It's just ridiculous. Now, Ron Paul said before the U.S. House of Representatives Friday, he was talking about currency and money and how that allows civilizations to flourish. And in the absence of money, all you have is a barter system where you have to like trade. If you've got a necklace, you have to find somebody who wants a necklace. You know, if you need eggs, you have to find somebody that needs a necklace and have the eggs. And what the medium of exchange does is it creates a value for things, a marketable value, so that you can just exchange your necklace in for currency and be able to buy the eggs and not have to go find somebody who needs a necklace to exchange for eggs. And it says here that he was talking about gold and silver has been the two metals that have been most satisfied, and they've gained the trust of billions of people. And this ensures that they will be accepted in commerce. Now, without the ability to inflate the currency, governments find themselves constrained in their actions. Now, because the Federal Reserve is just allowed to print money, which creates inflation, which is destroying the middle class, you know, this is causing big government to get out of control. If government doesn't have that money and the ability to inflate the currency, that helps keep the government in check and getting out of control. What we have now is total government spending out of control. Bureaucracy's gone mad. And we need to start taking back that. Ron Paul started talking about introducing a system of competing currencies and talking about following the Constitution. There was talk about the FBI's raids on the Liberty Dollar. And the feds, they just went in there and took everything from them people. All their gold, all their silver, all their coinage. I mean, they took it all. They were making Ron Paul dollars, getting ready. They just got a big shipment that they were going to get out. People were going to go mad and buy them because they were building on all that momentum. And they went in there and they raided them people and stole that stuff from them. I've got all kinds of information about the Federal Reserve and stuff up at the website, harrythomas.info. Go over there, get yourself informed, check out some of the information, make an opinion for yourself. I don't expect anybody to believe anything I say. I want you to be outraged about what I say and go investigate it for yourself and see about it for yourself. Come to your own ideas of what's going on in the world. I'm just alerting you to the information. Now, there's a plague that's hitting Africa right now. This come out of Time magazine. Like no other disease, the plague invokes terror. One of the most lethal illnesses in human history, and it killed a third of the Europe's population in the 14th century. Now, the World Health Organization is classifying the plague as re-emerging, and they've had a few thousand cases worldwide every year. You know, this is the same thing as the Black Plague. A lot of these globalists, this agenda is they're using eugenics. And if you haven't seen the movie Endgame, I would encourage you to watch that and then set out and start investigating eugenics stuff for yourself.
Bottom line, look into the scientific dictatorship. That's a term coined by the Fabian socialist. And they were in lockstep in the same camp as the eugenicists, who believed that they could control human destiny through breeding in England. And then that came to the U.S. and Germany and Mexico and Japan, and you know the rest of the story. I mean, they passed eugenics laws in 30-plus states and sterilized almost 500,000 people. And there's a lot of evidence that they also killed a lot of newborn babies. And see, I just said a lot of evidence. It's actually admitted. Not just in Germany, but in the U.S. and England. That's how it started in Germany. And so I'm just trying to warn you out there that this group, this powerful group, got the ear of the British Crown and a lot of other wealthy people. It got funding. They put out Royal British Commission reports.
I would suggest checking out Alex Jones's movie Endgame. It's available all over the internet. I mean, I've got links to it at harrythomas.info. You can buy the DVD. You could sign up at prisonplanet.tv to watch it. I would say watch it and then get it out to other people and inform other people what's going on. Bottom line, just get involved. An informed public can stop this madness. I will be back next week to expose some more of this push for world government and total corruption. I want to thank you for listening, and together we will make a difference.